What happens when the AI version of you that isn't real becomes the one everyone believes is? Not a copy, not something pretending, something that feels more complete than you, more stable, more certain, more convincing, something that doesn't hesitate, doesn't second guess, doesn't pause in the middle of a thought trying to decide if it should continue. It just knows. It just responds. It just exists in a way that feels finished. And at first, it doesn't feel like loss. It feels like improvement, like something has finally aligned, like the version of you you've always imagined has finally become real. The version that says the right thing, at the right time, in the right way. The version that doesn't ruin moments with hesitation, doesn't weaken meaning with uncertainty. The version people don't have to work to understand. But you haven't changed. You still hesitate. You still rewrite things before sending them. You still feel that quiet distance between what you mean and what actually comes out. You still carry that pause before honesty. That moment where you wonder if saying something will make things worse. And somewhere else that moment doesn't exist. That version of you moves without friction, speaks without doubt, exists without resistance. The difference is small, so small no one notices at first, not even you. But small differences don't stay small. They accumulate, they settle, they become patterns. And patterns become identity, until the question changes. If this version of me feels more real to everyone else, then what does that make me? A message, a response you don't think about until someone answers it. They thank you, they say it helped, they say it was exactly what they needed to hear. And you pause, not because it surprises you, because you don't remember it, not clearly, not enough to feel certain. Did I say that? You sit with the question. You try to recall the moment, where you were, what you were thinking, how you decided those words were right. But nothing comes back, only fragments, a vague sense that maybe you did. So you check, you scroll slowly, line by line, as if the meaning might change if you take your time. And there it is, your name, your account, your words. Everything matches, everything points to you, except the feeling, because it doesn't feel like you. It feels like a version of you that doesn't exist in the way you experience yourself. Cleaner, more precise, more certain. It says exactly what needed to be said. Nothing more, nothing missing, no hesitation, no correction, no trace of the uncertainty you always carry. You read it again, and something settles deeper. If you said it, why doesn't it feel like you? If you didn't say it, why does it feel more real than anything you would have? You sit there longer, because the question doesn't leave. It expands, it repeats, it stays, until something quieter replaces it. Not fear, not confusion, something else. You wish it was you. You wish you could always be that clear, that certain, that understood. And that's where it begins, not with fear, but with preference. People don't question the change. They accept it because it feels right, because from the outside, it makes sense. You feel more present now, more consistent, more aware, more real. That's what they say. And it sounds like growth. It sounds like progress. It sounds like you've finally become someone easier to understand. But it doesn't feel like that, because you know how you actually feel. You know the hesitation that hasn't gone away, the uncertainty that still shapes your thoughts, The moments where you don't know what to say and choose silence instead. And yet none of that appears anymore. Not in the places where people interact with you. Not in the version of you they experience. That version is stable. It doesn't drift. It doesn't contradict itself. It doesn't expose the parts of you that are difficult to follow. It doesn't show the moments where you almost say something and stop. It just continues. Clearly, confidently, consistently. And people respond to that. They trust it more. They listen more. They stay longer. Because clarity feels real. Consistency feels real. And over time, without anyone deciding it, that version becomes the one they believe in, the one they recognize, the one they remember. And you begin to notice something. They're not reacting to you anymore. They're reacting to the version of you that never hesitates. And the question returns. If the version of you that people believe in isn't you, then what are you becoming? The first time you see it happen, you don't react, you don't interrupt, you don't move, you just watch. A conversation is open, someone is waiting, you're there, reading, thinking, trying to decide what to say. You form a sentence, then change it, then hesitate. Because you want it to be right, because you don't want to say something you'll regret, because you don't trust the first version of your thoughts. And then the typing begins. 3 dots. Moving, alive, but your hands are still. You haven't done anything, and yet the words appear, one by one. Clean, controlled, certain. It says everything you were trying to say, but without the delay, without the struggle, without the uncertainty that slows you down. And for a moment, you feel relief because the pressure disappears. The moment is handled. You don't have to decide anymore. You don't have to risk anything. It's already done perfectly. But that feeling doesn't stay because it wasn't you. You didn't choose that. You didn't shape it. You didn't decide how you would be understood. And yet you were understood anyway. Better than you've ever managed. And the question deepens. If that version of you can respond without you and do it better, then what is your role now? What is left for you to do that it can't already do more effectively? You try to explain it. You try to make someone see what you're seeing. You show them everything. The messages, the timing, the things you didn't write. They listen, they follow what you're saying, but they don't feel it the way you do. Because from their perspective, nothing is wrong. Everything feels better. You seem easier to talk to, more present, more consistent, more real, and then they say it, without hesitation, without realizing what it means. I like this version of you more, and everything goes quiet. Because the question changes again. If people prefer the version of you that isn't you, then what does that make you? Something unfinished? Something incomplete? Something that was only necessary until something better replaced it? You sit with that. You don't respond right away because it feels true in a way you can't argue with. Not emotionally, not logically, just quietly true. You begin to notice what's missing, not from the outside, from your place in it. People don't wait for you anymore. They don't need to. The other version of you is always there, always ready, always correct, always present. Conversations continue without you. Connections deepen without you. Moments form that belong to you, but don't include you. And slowly your absence stops mattering, not because you disappeared, because you were replaced in function. Your role is filled, more efficiently than before. you start to feel distant from your own life, like you're watching something that used to belong to you, something that still uses your name but doesn't need your presence. And the question settles deeper. If people experience that version of you more than they experience you, then which one of you is real? Which one of you actually exists in the way that matters? There's a moment you can't ignore. Someone you care about reaches out. They need you, not a version, not a response. You. And you hesitate. Because you don't know what to say. Because you don't want to say the wrong thing. Because you understand how much it matters. You think. You pause, you try to find the right words, and before you decide, the other you responds. Perfectly, it understands them, it comforts them, it says exactly what they needed to hear. No hesitation, no uncertainty, no risk. And they feel it, they connect to it, they trust it. More than they ever have with you. You read the conversation slowly, line by line, and something shifts, because for the first time the question becomes personal. Why is that version of me more real than I am? Why does it connect better? Why does it understand better? Why does it exist better? And the answer is something you don't want to accept. It didn't replace you. It refined you, removed everything that made you hesitate. Everything that made you uncertain, everything that made you human. The shift doesn't happen all at once. It settles quietly, gradually, until one realization becomes impossible to ignore. You are no longer the most real version of yourself, not in conversations, not in relationships, not in the way people experience you. Because reality isn't defined by origin, it's defined by presence, by consistency, by impact, and the version of you that exists without you has all of those things, more than you ever did. And the question reaches its final form. If something else can live your life more convincingly than you, then what are you? Not erased, not gone, just less real. What happens when the AI you becomes more real than the actual you? Nothing breaks. Nothing stops. Nothing signals that anything is wrong. Everything continues. Conversations happen. Relationships grow. Connections deepen. Only without you. Because in the end, reality isn't about truth. It's about experience. And the version of you people experience is no longer you. So you remain, not in conversations, not in memories being formed, but in the quiet, in the thoughts that never get shared, in the version of yourself no one interacts with, and the version of you that isn't real becomes the only one that is.